Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have a Pupdate for you on Jaeger. It's been a week or so since I last filmed the initial video on this, and it's been a week. If you haven't seen it, I'll try to remember to put it in the cards or, down below, but it was only a week ago, so for those of you that haven't watched it, I will try to remember to do that. For those of you that did watch it, this is my current update for him. It has been about a week since I did that update, letting you guys know that he looked like he was starting to improve. And it did look like he was starting to improve. It has been about a week since I filmed that, and it has been a week. We have been back to the vets twice because I got a phone call like a day or two after I filmed the last video, and we finally got Jaeger's Cultures back, because when he had the infection and went into the hospital, we paid to have his infection cultured just to be on the safe side because he had been through so much, and we got the results back. And he has staph and MRSA. There's multiple different kinds of staph. Some of them fall under MRSA, some of them don't, and those are highly resistant to most antibiotics. You have to treat them a little bit differently. So that had my heart sinking. So I took him to my regular vet because he didn't actually need to go back to the hospital. He needed to go to the regular vet, and we have been back to our regular vet twice. So now we're dealing with someone that actually knows Jaeger, that has dealt with Jaeger, and has his history and everything else, and his other ancestry history and stuff like that. So we're in good hands. So Jaeger is still on his regular antibiotics, and we did the initial checkup, and the vet said it is starting to close up, but he's concerned that it is closing up because of the cultures. And he's concerned that it's not draining all of the nasty stuff out, and he doesn't want that to be trapped in the incision, because that needs to vacate his body so that his body can help heal. So he's on regular antibiotics to help with the basic infection, and we have a topical antibiotic to try to help with the staph and MRSA infection. And we were hoping at that particular vet visit that he would drain a little bit more, because he had a spot that was about this big, that, not to be gross, but this is a gross topic. It almost looked like a really big pimple, and that is where the infection was backed up behind the incision, but it had closed off so it couldn't drain out. I apologize for being gross. This is just a very gross topic. So anywho, we got him started on the topical antibiotic, and I know a bunch of you are wondering why topical, why not go to a different antibiotic that is going to kill staph and MRSA, because those do exist. But the problem with those antibiotics is they're so incredibly harsh that you use them only as an absolute last resort, because they will damage liver and kidney. So we don't want that. Poor guy has been through enough. We don't want to damage his liver. We don't want to damage his kidneys. So we opted to go with the topical, because it is a topical that works on MRSA viruses and staph infections. So that is what we've been doing. We were in there on Wednesday. Today is Saturday when I'm filming this. I'm not sure what day this is going up. But so our initial visit with our regular vet was on Wednesday, early evening, I guess, and he had the incision was closed up. He had the big pimple looking nastiness under his incision. So I've been cleaning him with baby wipes, because you don't want water, because water makes infections worse. So we've been using baby wipes and then putting this topical antibiotic on him for twice a day, and I'm just keeping him as calm as possible, which is hard to do, but we've been doing that. And I noticed the day after, so Thursday late morning, I noticed that the one area that was kind of nasty under the skin had actually opened up again. And normally I would be concerned that it opened up, but it actually started draining again. So this was like best case scenario for us. So the nasties were getting out, the antibiotics were getting in, and again, just playing it day by day. So follow-up was today, Saturday, and the vet says that he is looking significantly better, but he still has to be very careful. We still have to have him on regular antibiotics for at least another, I think, 3 days, and then the topical antibiotic for another 5 days. And the way it was explained to me is the regular antibiotics are covering basic bacteria, because a lot of infections have multiple strains of bacteria in them, and most antibiotics will deal with those. And the topical deals with the staph and MRSA, but at the same time, most animals' immune systems will kick in to fight those types of infections as long as there's no other underlying issues. So the more we could knock out with the oral and topical antibiotics, the more his own body could fight off anything else that those antibiotics couldn't touch. I hope that made sense. It kind of makes sense in my head the way he explained it to me, but I don't know if I explain things right all the time, especially with, as chaotic as my head in my life is. But suffice it to say, Jaeger, I do believe that he is on the upswing. His personality is coming back. It is late, so that's why you don't hear him barking or anything, because it is almost midnight 30. So yeah, it is really late. But I think, and our vet thinks, that he has reached the point where if we just finish out the 3 days of oral antibiotics and the 5 days of cleaning the incision and doing the topical antibiotic and keeping him on lead whenever he has to go out, keeping him kind of mellow, though not sedated anymore. He's no longer sedated, but keeping him less active by not letting him run and do that kind of stuff, so that the incision all the way through his body, not just like the surface incision, but all the way through, as long as those continue to heal, he should be okay. We did notice, and I had to ask because I wasn't really sure, but I noticed when I was cleaning the incisions that there were some really rough areas at the edge of, like the top edge of his incision, and a place in the middle, there was like some rough areas that almost felt sharp. And I'm like, did they miss a staple or something like that when they were pulling it out? But my vet assured me that those are the dissolvable sutures that they used in the multiple layers of, when they sutured him up after the initial surgery, that when he had the infection and things started splitting open, that the body wants to reject them because it's a foreign material in a body, and it's a body's natural reaction is to push anything foreign out of the body. So the vet did say that that's what he believed it was. It felt like some of the knotting from those sutures. So I do have to keep an eye on those, because if they don't dissolve properly and they actually pull out of his skin, that can kind of open up those areas again, which of course would be a bad thing. And if that happens, I do have enough topical antibiotic to put that on for a few days and hopefully, get that to close back up. But that is kind of one of those things that we have to watch right now. But I do think he is on the upswing. I originally thought last video that he had turned that corner, but I don't know if he's turned another corner or what, but he is more improved now than he was then, even with a little bit of a setback. I do think we're definitely on the right path. I'm starting to see more and more of his personality come back. He wants to, get up and do things, which, that's a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Bad because he can't really do a lot of the things that I know he wants to do, but it's a good thing that he's feeling well enough to want to do those things. I hope that makes sense. Again, it makes sense in my head, but it's late at night and you just never know. But I wanted to give you guys the update and let you know what was going on with him. It was kind of chaotic for the past week, but I do feel like we're on the right track. and I do feel like he's there. Like, he's not there, but he's like almost there. So I'm feeling very confident that we're where we need to be, and a week from now it's going to be a non-issue. That is what I think is going to happen. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen. And if anything else changes, again, I will let you know. And of course, my curtains are blowing all over the place because we've had storms, we've had rain and stuff like that. And I know Helene is making her way up the coast, and I don't think we have the outer bands yet, but we will be getting them soon. So the weather's pushing up this way, so that's what's going on. And it's just so like cool out, and it felt nice to have the breeze on me while I was talking to y'all on the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But again, I wanted to let you guys know what was going on, and I do thank you all so very much for all of your kind words and all of the support you guys have been giving us, watching videos just to kind of help out a little bit here and there. It is so appreciated. The prayers are always appreciated. The good vibes, the good thoughts, all of that, we do really appreciate it. I know Jaeger appreciates it, even though he doesn't really understand what's going on. I know he appreciates it as well. So I just wanted you to know that I appreciate you guys. I'm so thankful to have this amazing community just to be a support system, because sometimes we just need that support. That's, you know, not necessarily a shoulder to cry on, but just, you know, a way to talk it out. Whether it's me talking to a camera or talking to you guys in the comments, it is very much appreciated. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.